First off, I like to thank God, and I'm very grateful to God to have given me the opportunity to have such a beautiful, humble, smart, talented mother. And I thank God He picked her. My mother was my everything. I was definitely a mama's boy. And for some reason, I always go back and talk to my mother because when she departed from this earth, it caused a lot of pain and suffering, but at the same time, a lot of beautiful memories. My mom was a lady who came here from Puerto Rico and eventually gets married, but she was a beautician. She was very, very talented. I get my talents from her, from playing baseball and making music and rapping. I think it comes from her side. My mother was also a baker. She baked the most incredible cakes ever, and she also tattooed eyebrows and moles and stuff like that. Very talented woman. My mother was well known in the community. She had the privilege to meet and cater to a lot of the women in the neighborhood, especially from my building, which I will be mentioning sometime during this video. But my mom was one who cared and was of service, and we lost. Like I always go back to my rhymes. 7/27 of '07 at age 57. My mom died in room 657. All those sevens is confirmation that she's chilling in heaven. That's what I wrote in the rhyme. The rhyme is called Die. And just the dates and the room number and everything is just mind blowing. It just gives me some sort of assurance that she's up in the heavens, awaiting our next meeting. And I wanted to make this video because going along the lines, I thought about all the mothers that we have lost that created our community. And it's just it's heartbreaking and painful to think about, but also it makes you smile. So my mother was just a good woman. I know when people die, we have nothing negative to say, but my mother was genuinely a good woman. She became a missionary after. She built a house in Puerto Rico to have people to come all over the world to come and worship and things like that. She was very involved in church in her later years, alongside of my dad. And I believe in faith, and I believe that I'll get to see my mother again. And the message I have for you is that you will see your mother again as long as you live or take a righteous path, and knowing that if you do right, you'll get to become one again sometime after this life on earth. And my mother was like she wasn't very affectionate. My dad was, but she was like cool, calm, and collective, but when she felt upset about something, you wouldn't know. But that's how I am also. Like, I wait till the end to explode. That was the type of person my mother was. But overall, a person who loved, a person that was loved. When she passed, there was, I say, thousands of people in the funeral. And she was just a beautiful soul. And the last couple of days, I've been thinking about making a video about the mothers we've lost. And I always tend to think about 142nd and Brook, because 142nd and Brook was the place that made us, and I had like a stepmother who also passed. She passed before my mom. Her name was Malta, which was one of my best friend's mother. His name is Jisoo, and Malta gave me to eat. Malta paid for my baseball uniforms. She was always in my house on Saturday mornings getting her hair done, along with 50 other ladies, with the blower from 6 in the morning. You hear the blower till like 9 at night. It was funny because My mother used to make the money, and as she made it, Saturday was the best days because we get to eat Chinese food or whatever it is. But as she got the money, she gave it to us. We were a family of 6, and my mother made it happen. You know, when Tupac and Dear Mama say, "Mama made miracles every Thanksgiving," that was my mother every day. I look at her as a superwoman. You know, my mother did a lot of great things and raised us right and taught us. And every time my mother did something, she would tell me, you know, learn this for when I'm not here. Learn this for when I'm not here. And I never got it till she passed. And all I could think about is those great talks and advice that she'd give me. And you know, I suggest you do the same thing. Anything your mother ever told you, take it on your journey and on your path, because it will definitely mold you and help you and make you grow as you go along. So Marta was a lady that I hold close to my heart. She was a second mother. She provided for me. She took me places I never been, and I will never forget that lady. I love that lady to death. You know, you had the Vicky, which was she lived her life to the fullest. You had Norma from our building. You had Bucky's moms. You had Olga. You had Model. Mother was a lady who just stood in the lobby like in the mornings, and very, very pleasant. She was a good soul. You had who else? Doña Ana was the lady from the store. This is the only lady that she knew I stole from her store and just let me rock. Doña Ana was wifey material to me. I always used to say I was my girl. Everybody in the block used to start laughing. Going back to more that she had Lizzie, who was my baby girl, was a hustler. She had a great soul. That's Mo and Heck's mother. Chunky, Poopy's mother. All these beautiful women that we lost on the block. I was just having a conversation with one of the twins, Rubia. Rubia was my baby. She gave me game. She used to tell me who was crushing on me. I would tell her who I'm crushing on. She used to give me game. Just the happiest lady ever. Beautiful, light eyes, blonde hair, always with great energy. When I used to see her in the morning, the afternoon, it was with a big hug and kiss, and she was always laughing. And all these mothers I keep in my heart. You know, you have Rossi, which was Lowe's and Annie's mother, who my mother was great friends with. They used to share ideas with cakes. And she was just a beautiful lady, soft-spoken, very pretty, you know, Dominican lady. My mother, one thing my mother always did, she supported her friends. And if any of her friends had something going on, like any type of event or any type of makeup or cooking or whatever, she always gave back, and she always learned from them and took it to our household. So my mother did everything, Mary Kay, you know, all that type of stuff, man. And she always helped her friends, not only helped, but learned from them, you know, and she supported them. And that's what it's all about. Who else in the building? You have Judy, that's Nubia and Baby's mother, life of a party, super happy, you know, super fun. She loved music. You know, who else we got from the block? Myra, Black's mother. Myra was a woman, we really never used to see her, but when she came in, everybody's at attention. You know, she raised 2 champions, and in Black Al and his brother, you know. And then you have who else? Carmen, June's mother. She was the OG. She was like one of us. Used to kick it just like us, man. A beautiful woman. Also, who else can I mention? Later on, you had like Carmen, Iraq's mom. I actually saw her while she was dying in the hospital. It was very touching. But it was a lady who also lived her life to the fullest. I can never forget Teresa Yarden, grandma. The twins' grandmother. She was a staple to the community. Anytime we went up there to the crib, she would have something to eat. She raised I don't know how many kids. She was the anchor of the ship. And she was just a lady who was just, you know, mother, father, grandmother, and grandfather at the same time. And that was one of she was the beast, man. She was the beast. Every time we was in the block, she'll bring us up to the crib, give us something to eat. They had a dog called Charlie who he didn't let nobody leave. He used to just bite everybody. Who you had to run out. You still had to run out that door. And we have all these beautiful women who are no longer here, who built our community and built us, who we are today. And I just wanted to commend them and just give the families, the sons, the daughters, the granddaughters a voice, a message of hope, and that is we will see them one day. And any memories, any taught lessons, you take it on your journey and you share it with your kids and you share it with your block. I mean, they made our community, We also have, who else from the block? One of the most beautifulest women that walked 370 was Peg Leg's wifey, or Ralphie's mom's, Renee's mom. She was just beautiful. Every time I look at feeds, I see the people who talk about their mother, Sal and Chino's mother. I really never had an interaction with them, but I see how they express themselves about their moms. And they were all staples on Brook, and that's who made us, man. And just know that if you're watching this and I mention any of those names and you fall under the family or sons, daughters, grandmothers, granddaughters, just know that you'll see them again. Like me, I didn't get to have the last dance with my mom, but when I do, I could just picture me scaring her from behind, grabbing her, smelling her, and that dance is going to be a dance that is going to last forever, because heaven is forever. Yeah, in a glorified body, no more sickness, no more suffering, no more pain. It's going to be all good. And that's what I hold on to, because I'm human and I also have doubts, and I also go through a lot of suffering and pain. But I know that at the end of the day, we're going to see them. We are. And when you see them, you give that huge, I can't wait to smell my mom and just, it's just like, man, it's like when you lose a mother, man. Kids now that have their mother, they don't understand. And most of these women that I mentioned, like a 90%, they raise their kids alone, and that goes to show you the power of a mom and a woman who has to fend for herself, and I just hold these memories from Brook, and I just think about all the mothers we've lost. I think about my mother, and what brings me to this is that my boy Antoine just lost his mother. May God rest her soul. Recently, and I felt his pain, and while we was talking, he's like, yo, and that kind of made me smile. I was sad while talking, but he told me, yo, I prayed to God and talked to my mother at the same time. For some reason, I thought about that. I got mad hype and I got happy because, so at times driving, I just start bawling out of control, and it's normal. It's natural to feel like that and to have those emotions. But bro, I miss my mom Dukes, man. If you have your mama Dukes now, man, talk to her, learn from her, smell her, kiss her, look at her. Because when we young and we growing up, it looks like it's never gonna end. We're gonna live forever young. But life it starts off with life and ends with death, no matter what. But just cherish your mother, man. And anytime you're gonna make a decision, act like your mother's present, man. So you could try to make the best decision, or make the decision she will make. Like I said, I was under my mom's, like I was a mama's boy. I was up and down on trips to Puerto Rico all the time. I was with my mom all day. Actually, my last birthday with my mom, we just was chilling. I just spent time with her. I wasn't living at that apartment no more, but I just sat down with her and just took her to an appointment, and we was just looking at each other and talking and chilling, and even to the moment when they told us she didn't have too much to live. I showed her one of my raps, English, Spanish raps, and she was like, show her to William, because William he sings for Mark Anthony and he has connections, and eventually I get a meeting with Universal, but She was very impressed, and I mentioned her on that song, and she was like smiled, and that was a great moment and a great memory. So if you still got your mother, create these memories and just cherish your mother, man. There's only one, and they all superheroes, But my message today is you are going to see your mother again, In times of despair and pain and suffering, just think that you will. Just live take a righteous path, and you get to dance with her again, And I remember, I went on a few world tours, and I used to take flights after flight after flight after flight, and I used to use that time to look at the clouds and to think about my mother just popping up out of nowhere and just like showing her face or something. Like I used to talk to my mother while I was in the air, and it was just because when you fly and you over the clouds, it looks like heaven. It feels like heaven. And I used to just have these crazy conversations with my mom, Dukes. And it was crazy because I thought I was going crazy at the time. But all these things happen when you lose a parent, or when you lose your mother. Just think about the good times, man, and what she would do if she was here, I am so grateful that I was lucky to be my mother's son. She filled my life with so much love and precious memories that I will miss and cherish of my beautiful mother. No one else will ever know your strength. No one else will ever know your strength of the love that your mother had for you. After all, you're the only one who knows what your heart feels for your mom. And just know that your mother was the one who felt your heartbeat in her and saw you take your first breath. And if you make it up there, there's no last breath there. You get to rejoice with your mom forever and ever. Thank you for watching. I dedicate this video to anyone who lost their mother. I'm with you. I feel your pain. And anyone who is going through it right now, just know that it's not over, and you'll see them again. Just know that they watching over us and they next to us. I never felt that till like a few years where I really understood, because I just miss my mom so bad. I want to see my mother again, and I knew she wasn't coming back in the physical, but just know that you're going to get that last dance, and it's going to be forever. Peace and love to everybody watching, and if you lost your mother, think about the memories and everything that your mom did and taught you. And peace and love to everybody. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. This video is just bringing me crazy memories of my mom, and about to get emotional up in this piece, man. But stay blessed, stay encouraged, and as I always say, go in peace.
I kept trying, kept failing, game plan, kept changing, dreams fading, started hesitating, couldn't deal with the agitation, it only led to the aggravation of not having the one to have. Some things was stunting and bluffing, had to create my own path, my own luck, found my plug to make them bucks no longer